the final presentation we have here is in regards of a little bit outside NDT for personal development in business in NDT. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Mr. Yoonk, to save my, my life. I don't know what happened exactly when I wanted to plug in. The electricity went off in the office, and everything got shut off. So, I'm going to share my screen now. So please let me know if everybody can see and hear me.
We can see and hear you, but no screen.
Okay. What about now?
Yep. Now we are here.
Yes, we see.
Okay. You have a full screen?
Yeah. Yes.
And my video with the people online is not in the way, right? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much again for giving me this opportunity to do a quick presentation. I'm a person that's a minimalist, so I'm going to try my best to not take a lot of time. You know, I was thinking in the beginning of the presentation, I'm going to be such a misfit to this group because everybody's so technical and so, you know, all about hardware and, you know, but actually listening to Dr. Ahmed's presentation, I realized how important it is to save time and money and to have a clear vision about, you know, what we do in life and in business. So that's exactly what I do. I'm a coach and mentor. I'm a life coach and mentor and a business coach and mentor. And I help people save their time, save their money, build assets, and like I said, have a more clear vision about their future, because it's very important. And I love to help individuals develop the soft skills that are necessary to build in a business environment and in collaboration with their work partners, right? Because not everything is all about the hardware. It's so important to develop the soft skills, to have a good relationship with the people that we work with, so we have a good communication, good understanding, and develop things the way we want to develop it. So how I do this, I do it through developing their mindsets and their habits. Everything falls into how we think, because how we think, that's how we make our decisions. And I help them through development of themselves without compromising their freedom and their values. Okay. So I help people also, like I mentioned, develop passive assets. I mainly work with people in the United States, but not only, through building an online business. And I also help people discover their purpose and their full potential, to get unstuck and also find significance. That's very important, because why I do this is because you know, nobody wants to be a failure in life. Nobody wants to have regrets at the end of this life. And sometimes we invest so much time and money into a certain education or a field, and then we feel like we are stuck there, and the ladder that we are climbing is not necessarily the right one, but then we feel stuck and we don't know what else to do. So that's where I come in a person's life, and I help them get that clear vision about their values, their purpose, and how to create significance. And we are very complex creatures. So we have so many pies in our life to fulfill, right? Besides the financial you know, there's also the social one, the physical one. We want to be healthy physically, you know, have good social skills, good friends, good relationships with our family. We want to fulfill the spiritual pie, to have faith in ourselves and whatever else we choose to have faith in, and also fulfill the emotional, the mental pie, and not the least, the environment. The environment is so important. The environment where we work and the environment where we go home, and how that's very, very important when it comes to developing ourselves. And as you see here, there's the so to speak, the pyramid of the development. You know, we want to develop and achieve a balance between all these aspects in life in order to get the best results of what we want, and to achieve peace of mind and freedom, because that's what it's all about in life. You know, whatever we do, we are very passionate, very skilled, very, you know, but in the end, everybody wants the same thing, to grow from their environment, wherever we are born, and the influences of the people in our life that first give us the basics of what is life about, and the education. From there, we want to grow and develop our habits, our mindset, our skills to become more, and that is going to shape our beliefs, our values, and our identity. And that's what's going to help us achieve our goals in life. So a coach and mentor has the purpose of helping people get where they want faster. And to explain it in more technical aspect, it's like wanting to hang a picture on the wall, and instead of using a hammer, we can use an electrical drill through the coaching and mentorship, and do it much faster, with much more precision, and succeed from the very first time if we do it correctly. So what I want to emphasize is, in business environment, it's so important to have a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. And like we all know, failure exists. We cannot deny it, right? So if you have team members, or we have a boss, or we are the boss, but we have people in our team that they have fixed mindset, we need to help them and help ourselves to develop into a growth mindset, because you know, like I said, failure exists, and the way we discover where we need to improve is to test everything. And by testing it, we are going to fail, but then we are going to also prepare for the next step, and become better, and discover what works and what not. And then we can encourage the people in our team to also learn from the failures, but we can also teach them through our experiences. And the next step will be to choose the right response to failure. Like in the past, not so much anymore, leaders or managers in a work industry, they were very bossy, very demanding, always looking from high up, and keeping a huge gap between themselves and the rest of the employees. And that strategy doesn't work anymore. We need to relate to the people. We actually, the best thing is to not just teach them from our own experiences and share with them our personal failures and tell them that, hey, nobody's perfect, but that's why we are here as a team, to grow together and learn from each other. So always listen to other people's perspective, not just preach to them. And when you listen, also it's so important to understand where they are coming from and what they are trying to explain to us. And also the last step would be to, of course, re-engage. So now we have we are better prepared, we have more experience, we tested and we learn what works and what not, and we can re-enter the game with more skills, more experience, more knowledge. So yeah, you see here a table on the right side, what it means in terms of skills, challenges, effort, feedback, and setback, the difference between having a fixed mindset and growth mindset. So if you read it, you can understand where you are today, and then try your best to move to the left side where you develop the growth mindset. And I also wanted to say, you know, there's 6 C's that I learned in building a business, a successful business. The most important is to become a really good coach. That means you have a great character. So everything you do and you say, the way you act, the way you think, the way you express yourself, think about your values and ask yourself, would you act like this in front of your best friend or somebody else that you respect? And if you don't, then you need to rethink the way you you know, treat others or how you speak to them. And then communication. A lot of people think they communicate, but actually they just throw a lot of information on people and they don't care if they understand it or not, and they expect things from them. So make sure when you communicate, even you understand what you're saying. And there's a favorite saying of mine, if you can explain it to a 4-year-old, then you don't understand it yourself. So don't try to impress, try to actually impact people, and give them your inspiration to do more, being very, very clear in your vision and the way you express yourself. And then, of course, you need to inspire others through your consistency, because people would look at you and yeah, you can tell them what to do, but they don't always follow. They probably follow 50% of what you say, but they will follow 100% of what you do. So if you don't do the right things that you know you're supposed to do, they will definitely do the same. And of course, be committed. Show them that you mean that you are on their side and you do everything that you ask them to do as well. And sometimes we are too serious in our field, and we forget to be laid back and funny, and you know, there's too much tension in the air. So always be a person that shows that they care for others, and they are relaxed, and they bring a little bit of spice in that environment. Like, don't make everything be too serious and too tense, because when you throw a joke, you know, the tension between people, it changes, and you know, it's much more, you attract more people on your side with honey instead of vinegar, right? So yeah, those are the 6 main things that are important in a work. And also I wanted to add, if you heard of the Eisenhower box, you know, as leaders in a business environment, sometimes we feel overwhelmed with so much work, and so many people put so much on our plate, and we are people pleasers, and we want to accomplish every little task and show how capable we are. But we need to remember we are only one person, and if we want to be very efficient and effective, it's important to learn how to divide our tasks. And there's 4 different quadrants in the Eisenhower box. And the upper left one is we categorize things there that they're urgent. So we need to do them like right now. And we need to, there's also the upper side of the quadrant are things that are important. So that's why we put them on the very first list to do and to act on it right away. On the right upper corner, it's the things that are not urgent. But they are still important. So then we have to decide. We have to decide and schedule time to study them, to do research, to plan for the future, how to go about it, you know. So they're still important, like I said, but they are not urgent. But we keep them on the side of our desk, you know, to address it later. And then there are things on the lower side of the quadrants that they're not important. So on the left lower side corner, if you can imagine, I wish I had it up here so you can see it better, but you can delegate. Remember, you don't have to do everything and say yes to everything, because then you stop being efficient. And so you need to learn to delegate, and you need to learn to sometimes say no. So if something is not urgent and important, you need to find somebody else to delegate and ask, what can I do for you, and who can help me to do what I need to have done. So find a person in your team that has the best skills, knowledge, and experience to accomplish that particular task, that it's not important, but it still needs to be done. So schedule conversation with them, phone call or sit down face-to-face, write down all the questions and all the tasks that that person needs to accomplish, and yeah, figure out how you can get help. And then the very last quadrant on the lower right side is things that are still not important, but also they are not urgent. So therefore, just forget about them. So in that category, you can put whatever you know you're wasting time with. For me, is watching TV and spending too much time on social media, spending time with people that don't add value to my life, to my vision, to my goals. They are just like energy vampires, and sorting through the junk mail, and don't spend too much time, you know, on those things. Pretty much eliminate them. So yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about today. And I also wanted to mention I'm a book publisher. I have a trilogy memoirs. So all 3 books are related to each other. I put the pictures here in the order of publishing. And here are the links if you want to take a picture of the screen and check them out. So the first book, they're all entitled Following a Dream. And they are meant to express the fact that everybody is important, is more than enough, and everybody can accomplish their dreams. Nothing is impossible. We limit ourselves with our own thinking. So that's why in life, I think it's important to have a coach and mentor, just like it was important in first years of life to have a teacher in our life and parents to guide us. You know, so there's always a solution for every problem that we create. And yeah, the very last book talks more about finding the balance, the purpose, and building a life of significance with mentorship. And those who are also parents or spouses, you know, you can sometimes struggle between the relationships you have with others and your passion or your work. And so you don't know where to invest more time, because if you don't put too much time into one, it falls apart. So, you know, things like that. So yeah, those are books that could help you to find that balance in your life. And I wanted to leave you with one quote from John C. Maxwell. It's one of my mentors and leaders that I admire a lot. And he said, leadership is influence. It's not a title. It's not a position. It's not a rank. It's influence. So everything we do in life, we need to remember that our thoughts become things, and we need to choose the good ones and inspire people and influence them the right way. And yeah, for those that want to connect, I put here my LinkedIn profile and my email address. So thank you so much. I hope everybody is still awake.
Yes, Andrea, thank you very much. And I can relate to the mentorship. I had great mentors in my career, and really understand that. So we have a little bit of time. That's great. So we wanted to ask the audience. I think all our presenters are still there. So if you have any other questions to any one of the presenters, please let us know. In all cases, we will, over the next couple of days, release the videos, release the presentations, and the contact data step by step, so everyone can connect everyone directly. Are there any questions from any sides? Okay, then I think that we are going to close this meeting. We want to thank you very much. For our international resellers, there is a closed meeting at 11:15 a.m. New York time, and you all have the invitations to this meeting. We will, Mr. Min will be going in a little bit more details about the robotic solution for X-ray scanning, and we have also other topics which is specialized for our resellers. Andrea, you can join if you want. If not, that's it's great. As you wish. And thank you very much for everyone. Primoz, if you could stay online, and maybe Yoonk for just two more minutes until everyone is out, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, if thank you very much, and I will get in contact with everyone as soon as I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Michael, I can stop recording, yeah?
You can stop recording, yes. Thank you.